What is up, breath of fresh air? Look who's back. Unlike Ludacris, I'm back for the third time. Since a year? Man, you obviously know we got to do it right this year. We got to do it right. Charles has already jumped on here. He's got his Shortie for the first of the year. He put that out Monday. So here we are. Let's get it in. Let's get to it. I'm super stoked about being back. I'm Patrick. I'm going to be your host for today. So let's just get right into it. I'm too excited, man. I'm got smiles on my face. You can't even slap the smile off my face today. So it's been a while since you've heard this. Are you ready? I hope y'all are. NBA trade deadline. You're under the microscope. Let's get it. All right. So y'all have heard a lot of the trades that have came out throughout the past week. Kyrie Irving going to Dallas. Hey, Charles said everything he needed to say in that one. I ain't even going to touch it. Don't need to. Everybody knows how we feel about Kyrie Irving as a player. Great player, horrible teammate. Will stay there. But the latest has came out, and now Brooklyn has gotten rid of Kevin Durant. Hey, I don't know how many more times Brooklyn needs to win. I mean, get rid of James Harden, and you probably got y'all are winners. Brooklyn has got all of the cards in their hand right now. I mean, just looking at this, where is it at? Brooklyn is holding all the draft picks. They got 4 first-round picks in the 23, 25, 27, and 29, and a 28 first-round draft pick swap in 28. I mean, like, Brooklyn's holding all the cards right now. And me and Charles talked about it, about how trades are more of just like a bargaining chip nowadays for the NBA. Never really thought about it like that until he told me. And, honestly, the way they're doing it now, honestly makes sense. It makes sense of what he said. My personal opinion, I don't think it makes sense that the NBA is just using them as bargaining chips. I think they need to really start thinking about who they're bringing into their organization. But, I'm not an NBA owner, so I'm not going to go into it. But Brooklyn getting rid of Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, sending Kyrie Irving to Dallas, and then Kevin Durant going to the Phoenix Suns to help Chris Paul and Booker. I think this is a good trade for them today. I really think that this is, if it's something that Phoenix can go deep into a playoff this year, this is a great trade for this year. Past this year, moving forward, I'm not really a huge fan of this trade. Like I said, Brooklyn won. Brooklyn wins. I don't know how many more times they got to win, but they won. They won. They got rid of contracts that were just overshadowing their entire organization, and now they gotten rid of the pettiness that comes with Irving and Durant. So Brooklyn wins. So past Brooklyn, I'm really not going to talk too much more about them. But Phoenix, wow. They took on a $50 million a year contract with bringing in Durant. And like I said, for the first part of it, for this year, this is great for them. This is looking good. You're not going to get the Kevin Durant that you're going to get come next year or come in the off season. But you gave a lot for him. You now don't have a bench. And in the Western Conference, I mean, you got to have a bench. Honestly, in both conferences, you got to have a bench nowadays. But, man, Chris Paul's aging. Devin Booker is injured, and you still got Kevin Durant that's injured. I mean, you're still not even going to get to see these three on the court at the same time for another couple of weeks, even now that they do have Durant. But come next year, I wonder if Phoenix is going to be wondering if they should have gave up so much for Kevin Durant. It's a good look now. It looks like Phoenix is really wanting to win today or this year. But in the long run, it's really not a good move. It's really not. I would have much rather kept. I would have much rather kept all the things that I had in place and tried to move into bringing another name in that is not as whiny and needy as Durant. But that's my opinion. But we'll move on from that. We have another couple of big moves that happen. What was his name? John Wall going to Houston. I really don't know how to feel about this one yet. Houston does need somebody to facilitate the game, and I think John Wall does that. But I don't know if this is a good move for Houston. I'm gonna have to look at this a little longer, a little more. I did notice that they got him today on the 10th or on the 9th. I'm sorry. I think they got him on the 9th, not the 10th. So I haven't really been able to process this one, but I do see that John Wall is going to the Rockets, and that one, I would say that one is a little bit more of show me what John Wall can do in that at the Rockets. I mean, it seems like a good move, but I'm not quite sure yet. I'm not 100% sure yet. So I think that one needs to play out a little bit before I can really make a decision on that one. Sadquist Bey going to Atlanta. Now, I think this is a good move for Atlanta, especially to help Murray and Young coming. I don't know if he's going to come off the bench. I would assume so, but it does give a little bit more to the bench, whether he starts or he's coming off the bench. It does give a lot more for that Atlanta team to have a little bit more depth and maybe possibly win some of those games that are a little bit more closer in the fourth quarter than they have been here in the past. Because I think Atlanta is like a 500 team, and they could really be a 5 to 6 game over 500 team if they could have won some of those fourth quarter games that they just couldn't pull off. So I think this is a good move for them. Giving away what they gave away, again, I know that me and Charles has talked about it, and I mentioned it, that trades are more of a bargaining chip right now, but to give 5 second-round picks away to various teams that they went to, that seems a bit much for me. But again, I guess that's just the old school coming out in me. I'd like my picks. I want to see what I could do with my young players, opposed to losing them all and trying to shoot for today and not looking for the future. Danny Green also going to Houston. I thought that was that's an interesting pickup. I don't know, or not Houston. Yeah, he's going to Houston. Again, I'm not sure about this Houston team. I haven't really watched them too much to see if John Wall and Danny Green is a good pickup for them. But I'm going to assume that it's not too bad. I think like I said, I do think that the Suns need somebody to help facilitate the games for them, and I think John Wall does give them that. And then there was one more, I think. Oh, Eric Gordon going to the Clippers. This gives the Clippers some shooting out on the perimeter and mid-range. I think the Clippers did a good job with this one, getting him, and they got 3 second-round picks to go with it. So I think that's a pretty good pickup for the Clippers as well. So it's going to be a very interesting end of the season. I know that me being an Atlanta fan, I'm hoping something happens and they can pick up some more of those wins and get a couple more games above 500. So. But it's a very interesting season. It was a very dramatic trade deadline with all of the movement that happened. So it's going to be an interesting season. Can't wait to see how it ends. But anyway, leave your comments and your feedback down in the bottom. We always respond and always love the feedback. So dish it out. Let us know what we're doing, good, bad, ugly. It don't matter. Give it to us, and we'll definitely hit y'all back when we get the chance. That's what I'm breathing on. Y'all have a great rest of your day.